Fair use. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by the copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Well, this thing between CJ So Cool and Royalty has really taken a turn for the worse. Ever since CJ So Cool made his YouTube video discussing, how Royalty sends him negative messages every morning on anything that she can think of that she wants to say to him that's very mean-spirited, and he said that he's really considering at this point to give up custody of his kids and giving her full custody of them, to basically sign his rights away over to her. And, this woman has to be doing some pretty crazy stuff for any man like CJ So Cool, as much as this man loves his kids, to be willing to even think about turning over his kids to his baby mama, after all of what they went through. Like he said, he fought 4 years in court to get custody, to get these rights for his kids and stuff like that. And, to just give it away and just give up. I understand. I can't imagine how that must be. You're trying to be amicable. You're trying to make sure that, your kids are okay first. And you're trying to at least just tolerate the mother of your child, just like she may feel like she's tolerating him. But when you look at what Royalty says, like she was basically talking about, he only shows the good stuff. Royalty, do you not realize this man is on lives and your children are there so people can see what's happening in live, as it's happening, in real life as it's happening. They can see what's going on. She can see what's going on. I'm sure she's watching. You can tell she's a fan behind the scenes. She's low-key a fan. And she's paying attention to what's going on. I think whatever he's doing for Ty is making her jealous. That's why I believe she didn't want to allow the kids to go with CJ So Cool and Ty to Disneyland for Father's Day, because she was involved. I'm sure if he was just doing it on his own and just wanted to take the kids with just him and the kids, she probably wouldn't have had a problem with that. But Ty was paying for everything, and she treats his kids nice from what I can see. I don't understand why she would not refuse, why she would refuse him. And then Royalty's going to basically say that Disneyland is still there, but Father's Day might be gone. Basically, you can still take them if you want to. Who's to say they plan another trip and they ask her again and then she finds something else to come up with something that they can't come? It just seems like it keeps happening that way, It's okay for her to, say she want to keep the kids extra time, but when CJ needs them or want them for something fun, to take them to Disneyland. Dad wanted to go. Which child wouldn't want to go to Disneyland, And why is she depriving her kids of fun and happiness? If they wanted to go, why wouldn't she let them go? They are not getting back together. CJ So Cool and Royalty's days are over. Those days are over in the past. And I think that's where they need to stay, in the past. I just believe she still has not moved on. She's acting like the bitter, scorned woman because of whatever he did during their relationship. She has not gotten over. And I believe she's using the kids to, basically punish this man. That's what he's using the kids. That's what she's using these kids for. And that's why he's saying he's considering giving up his rights so he can just get a little peace. This man is 37 years old, almost 40. And he's just, ready to move on with his life and be happy. Unfortunately, he loves his kids dearly. But if that means, he needs to give her what she wants. And then Royalty says she asked him to give her full custody of the kids. And the question is, why is she doing that? I wonder why would she do that? Because CJ So Cool is not a bad father. I don't care what nobody say. I have not seen that man do anything to them kids that warned him to not be around them or to have his kids removed from him. You got a lot of men out here that don't want 5 minutes with their kids. Okay, they don't want to have anything to do with their kids. But I see why some kids are fatherless. I see why they don't have their fathers in their lives. I see all they get is some of them don't even get child support, but the ones that do and still don't have any type of personal time with their fathers, I see why. Because some of the women are so doggone bitter that the men don't want to deal with her. And unfortunately, that is a negative thing that the kid has to suffer through. And then when they get older, they're going to be bitter towards somebody. It's going to either be the mama or the daddy or both of them. That's usually the outcome of that. So nobody really wins in that situation when you have kids. And it just does seem like royalty is just pulling for straws. She's trying to find things that's wrong about him. Yeah, she may not like him. She may not have liked how he was with her in their relationship. But what does that have to do with him being a father? Just like, what does that have to do with her being a mother? It just depends. As long as he's not doing anything wrong, as long as she's not doing anything wrong to the kids, what's wrong with a person going on with their life and meeting someone else? She should be in a relationship. She should be happy. She should be traveling, living her life, being happy, and not worried about what CJ So Cool is doing in the comfort of his own home with the person that he chooses to be with. Why would you ask your kids what's going on? Are you guys happy over there and all that? When you see everything online. His whole life is played out online, on the internet. You can see it live. Because I know she's on there, so why would she say that? And I believe royalty is asking them kids more than just, are you having a good time? And what's going on? I believe it's more than that being asked. You can just tell. That lady is so doggone bitter. She HATE that man. You can just hear it. Just how she speaks about him. And she can't say that man is no bad father. Because like I said, you got a lot of fathers out here not even trying to spend a second with their kids. They trying to find every way possible to not do for their kids. They running from state to state, trying to get away from child support, trying to get away from even seeing their kids. And I think a lot of people in these comment sections, some of them, it's a projection, because maybe they have similar situations and they trying to put their situations in where, royalty and CJ So Cool situation kind of is. And maybe some of it reminds them of what they've been through in their own personal co-parenting situation or just relationship in general, if they were ever cheated on or whatever the case may be. They may see things about their relationship and they're just putting all that on him, because that man, he gets a lot of just backlash out there. And I just really personally, I don't see what the man is doing. I see he trolls and stuff, but he always laughs after. He's just, having fun or whatever, like he said, he just does that to, keep engagement. Some of that stuff is just, to keep people engaged. But he don't mean no harm by what he's doing. And he's not doing anything different than other people are doing. But I don't see nobody hating on them like they hate on him. It's just ridiculous with all the, ridicule and everything they get, especially between him and Ty's relationship. People are really trying to come for their relationship. They do not want these two to be together. And I don't see why. I don't see anything wrong with them being together. They are compatible. I've already made a video about that. They're basically two of the same people. And, they're hot and cold with each other sometimes, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about CJ So Cool being deemed a horrible father and pretty much a horrible person. This woman, like I say, she's saying that she don't say anything about him and all this, that, yada, yada, yada. She does. She just made a video. I have a video on my page about her making comments about this man. Him clapping his legs together and all that. So that means she's sitting back watching him and Ty's videos and all that to make comments about it. And it just does seem like she's pressed. She seems like she's jealous. And it does seem like she wants that man back. She wants something from him. But she's trying to run his personal life by using the kids. She's literally trying to tell that man what to do in his own personal life, trying to run it. Well, you can't have the kids if you do this. Well, I need the kids for this and that. And he knows what it is. That's why, he told Ty, you go on out there and, have fun in Tokyo, and I'm going to stay here and I'm going to deal with my kids, put them in school because that's what the school requires. Like he said, the parent has to be, the parent has to be here. The biological parent or whatever, or guardian has to be there to put the kids in school. And that's what he was doing. And he said that's what royalty is mad about, because he put his kids in school. And I guess the school wasn't good enough. I guess she wanted them to be in a private setting, in a private school. But she keeps saying she can't afford things. So he was like, well, I'm just going to try to make it better for, everybody and just put them in public school. He's like, he went to public school, he's fine, and everybody around him went. So what's the problem? And, she just seemed like she wants to control him. She wants him to just jump. When she say jump, how high, or whatever. That is a matter of control. And through the control, she's trying to punish him for whatever she felt like he did wrong to her in their relationship. She's trying to get back by using the kids to do it. They're his punishment. That's how she's trying to make it. He loves his kids. He knows it's not them. Yet he feels like she's telling the kids not to listen to him, to be disobedient, and all of that. When he tries to make the kids go to bed, they don't want to listen to him. And Ty's father had tried to tell him, read the kids a bedtime story. Get into bed with them and read them a bedtime story. The man feel like he can't even do that because, eyes are on him. The kids will go back and say, oh, well, Dad laid in the bed with us and read us a bedtime story. And he feels like she'll send the police over to his house and make allegations again against him. He said the lady who said something about offing him, about, basically unaliving him or something. She was saying things like that, and according to him, that's what she said in her message, and I think it's just horrible. It's like, what is really going on between them? Do they need restraining orders? What is really going on? That is crazy. You have kids. You have to put your kids first. Forget about what he did to you in the past. Forget about what she did to you in the past. They need to get over and clean that up for those kids, because they're going to make them kids crazy. They is making comments talking about her daddy don't take care of her. He don't do nothing for her. And I'm like, where is a 6-year-old little kid getting things like that? Where is she getting that kind of language from? Now, we know, and she knows her daddy does a lot for her. The way they cry when he's taking them back home to see their mama, there is no way. And dads are usually like that anyway. I don't think CJ So Cool is any different than any other father out there. The mothers, they can be. Some fathers can be strict, but he's just a very playful person. Like he said, he's immature. He just likes to play and all that. And he doesn't take life serious, But their mother, she disciplines them. And like he said on one video that she hits them with a shoe. So she spanks them. He said, I wouldn't do it because I'm a big guy and I think I'll scare them. He said he can't do that. He can't bring himself to, discipline them like that. But he said they don't take him serious. They don't listen to him. It's the first time I ever seen him be kind of stern and tell them, hey, I'm your father. Listen to me. And that's what he should have been telling them. He needs to. It's never too late. It's never too late. They're only 6. So but you have to be consistent. When you change disciplinary styles and all that stuff, you have to be consistent at it. Otherwise, they're going to think you just somebody they can run circles around. That's just how kids are, And it's always usually one parent that is the one that's a little easy on the kids, and the other one is usually stern. She happens to be the one who's more, she's more on them about what they do. So, that's not anything unusual, and people call this man a manipulator because of that. And like Ty said, it's hard for him to tell anybody no. She said he's a nice guy, and he's just a comedian. He's, an actor. He's very playful. He trolls and do all that. And both of them are from the same world, so they get each other. I'm not saying that royalty wasn't from it, but Ty just don't seem like she's as mean-spirited. I'm just saying. She seems like she's more of a nurturer. Even if people say things about her and call her a bird and all this stuff, I think she's just still, at the end of the day, she's more nurturing. And then they say that she's not such a, great mom with her daughter. I don't know about that, you guys. I really don't know. I don't know about her not being a great mom with her daughter. Because that little girl loves her mother, and you can just tell. She's really connected to her mother. So I don't know if she's not with her. And like Ty said, sometimes you guys don't even see her with Favor. She's not online all the time with her, but Favor's around. She's there. But y'all just don't see it, and like she said, she tries to teach her child to use her words and not just cry all the time. She wants her to learn how to speak, and Favor is extremely smart. But like I say, I just feel like royalty should let them kids be happy. with their dad at the time that he has them. And I don't think either one of them should be asking what's going on in each other's house. And I don't think you should be controlling what the other parent does. When your child is not in your care and they're with the other parent, that's just what it is. Now, unless an emergency happens or whatever, then you alert each other. And then he said, another thing CJ So Cool said, that royalty don't always let him know if something happens to the kids. But if something happens with him, he's always calling. He'll tell her. But she's complaining that he's always coming to her and complaining about stuff. Instead of standing on his square and being a dad and not having to have her to intervene and helping him discipline the kids. She said, I don't need to ask him. But he's concerned about them going back telling her stuff. That's what it is. So he wants to make sure that she's aware of anything that's happening, that they can potentially go back and make a big deal, tell her something, she makes a big deal out of it. That's why he said he does it, because he just doesn't want her to come back on him with anything that he has to constantly explain. And I understand royalty says some things that have transpired between the kids and them, and, it never made it to social media. Okay, well, that's a good thing. But it must have been something that, neither one of them can make no big deal out of. But she's always on that man. If the kids fall and get hurt, it's your fault. It's this, it's that. You can't always beat up on somebody about something. Your relationship is over, royalty. It's been 5 years. 5 years. You letting that man control you. That's you giving somebody that much control over your mind, over your emotions. Do you know how much energy that takes just to constantly be that just, mean-spirited about somebody that you chose to have kids with? That man has moved on, so she should do the same thing. Royalty needs to move on with her life and go find her somebody to make her happy. They don't need to be together. It's obvious that there's some type of, they probably will always have this back and forth. But I would think it would be better for your kids to put your kids first and to clean that up. Because according to CJ So Cool, it's not him, it's royalty. All this bickering and stuff is her. He's trying to do the best he can. But she's making it very difficult to be a father to those kids because of, all of the kind of manipulating, situations to get the kids to speak out negatively about him, to say he's not doing this and that and the third. You should never involve your kids in conflicts that you have as adults. Let them kids be kids. Stop involving kids in that mess. Now, if y'all just don't like each other, y'all don't like each other. But to involve the kids and make the kids, just using them as weapons towards each other is crazy. But you guys tell me what you think. Who do you think is wrong in the situation? And do you think CJ should give up the rights to his kids? Give up full custody to his kid, to royalty, so he can have a peace of mind? Or do you think, what else can he do? He's already been to court. Like he said, he tried to get a transcription where they just, communicate through this type of app thing where they don't have to communicate like that through the court. And she, according to royalty, she couldn't afford it. He was all for it, but she was like, I can't afford it. And it just seemed like every time it seemed like it's coming close to resolve, it just seemed like she cuts it off. Well, I can't afford it. I can't do that. Oh, no, I can't. I need the kids for this day and that day. It just seemed like it's always something to cut this man off, to punish him. And I do believe she was jealous when Ty wanted to take him to Disneyland for her Father's Day, that she was taking all the kids. It wasn't just, the twins. It wasn't just Kamari. She was even taking her own child with CJ So Cool. It wasn't like he wasn't going to be in attendance. She was just paying for the trip. And I don't see what's wrong with that. Let that man go on and move on with his life and be with whomever he feels like he wants to be with, because she's going to be with who she wants to be with. So you guys tell me what you think in the comment section.
The mother of my twins, my son and my daughter, Cordero and Cordea, decides to text me every single morning the most toxic messages that anyone could fathom. I have begun to take these messages to heart. It has actually dawned on me whether I wanted to give up my rights so that she can have the kids 100% of the time and I don't have to worry about what messages she can conjure up. I had to ask ChatGPT, was I making a mistake thinking like this? And then ChatGPT, an AI, had to tell me, CJ, the issue isn't your love or lack of love for your children, but instead, it's your lack of love for the communication with their parent. If you can get a court-ordered application to communicate with her through, then maybe things will be better. But I had to tell ChatGPT, I already went down that road during the court. The court told us to download a family app. She said she couldn't afford it. That is when the judge said, you know what? Well, I can't force her to do something she can't afford, so continue texting each other and just try to keep it P. But the only person keeping it P around here is me. It seems like every last thing, negative or not, fake or not, this girl has seen it, thought about it, and texted to me. I don't ask for her communication. I don't need her communication. I don't need anything from her at all. As a matter of fact, no shade at all, she doesn't have anything that I would want. The only issue is I can't keep allowing my day to be ruined by someone who I share kids with. These children, my son, my daughter, they are permanently tethered to her and I. I can't get away from that fact. But it still doesn't mean that I should be trapped in a cycle of depression with this woman. Most of you that have watched me for years probably already know by now that the love has outgrown itself for me and their mom. That's old news. But the fact that she still has so much energy and animosity towards me, it scares me. Because today, she made it past the final line. She's threatening me and my life again. And what did I do? I told her that I was taking the kids to the dentist. I told her that I enrolled them in school. She got mad at me and said that the school I enrolled them in is not a paid tuition school, and since I'm so rich and I'm dancing for galaxies, that maybe I should put more money into the school. I had to remind her that it's a 50-50 joint physical custody between us, and that she would have to put up 50% of the money, and she can't afford to put up the money, and that is why I put them in a public school. Most of you guys grew up in public school, and you are perfectly fine. I'm one of those people. I grew up in public school, and I'm perfectly fine. All of my siblings did. Oatmeal for breakfast is a nice thing, right? But your mother says all you guys eat is snacks in my care, and all you guys do is play on your phones, and you don't learn anything. I don't know which one of you guys lied to your mom and told her that I don't try to teach you anything and that I don't feed you anything, but I really don't appreciate those lies. All I do with my time with you guys is spend my money and give you guys my energy. I take you places, I make sure you guys have fun, you guys stay fed, you guys stay hydrated, you have fun, and I'm confused. You guys are clean, you guys have new clothes, new shoes, new socks, new underwear, toothbrush, toothpaste, beds, you have toys, you have everything that you need over here. But somehow, one of you, or maybe she's forcing these lies, I don't know, keeps going over there being the manipulator. All right? I don't appreciate that. So whoever's manipulating your parents needs to stop. You no longer need to come tell me what your mom doesn't do. And please don't go tell her anything that happens in my house.
Your rights to your kids. You barely even have them. You're barely even around them. And yes, when my kids do come home, I ask them, how was your time at your dad's house? Did you have a good time? What did you do? And if all my kids can tell me is all they did was play Roblox on the tablet or on the phone, on the iPad, tells me a lot. The only thing you want to show is the good shit. Here, you're not gonna lie. You're not gonna lie on me. You're not gonna lie on my motherhood. And you damn for sure ain't gonna lie on my twins. See, I must have really struck a nerve, because everything that you came and you said on the internet, I said to your ass. Yes, in my eyes, you're a horrible father. You're a worthless piece of shit in my eyes. To the world, you might look like the most fabulous father in the fucking world. But bitch, you're a horrible ass bitch. You down low on the creek ass hoe. I don't know how many times I've had to spare this bitch ass nigga, but I'm getting tired of sparing his ass. Got up here and you twisted and you turned every single thing that I told you and you flipped it like you asked ChatGPT. Nigga, I told you to give up your rights to your kids. You barely even have them. You're barely even around them. And yes, when my kids do come home, I ask them, how was your time at your dad's house? Did you have a good time? What did you do? And if all my kids can tell me is all they did was play Roblox on the tablet or on the phone, on the iPad, that tells me a lot. The only thing you want to show is the good shit. Yeah, you want to show when you're taking them to fun places and do all that other extra shit. You're mad because I don't want to participate in your bullshit. You're mad because I don't want to participate in your fake, fabricated storylines. I understand why you want to sit up here and keep beefing with me. Your problem is not with me. You sit up here and you want to tell the world you changed, bitch. The only thing you change is your women. Let's get it straight. Every time this bitch get on here and talk bad about me, it's because I don't want to agree with anything this bitch got going on. Nigga, you mad because I didn't let you take my kids to Disneyland for Father's Day. Nigga, Father's Day is over and Disneyland is still open. I don't even know why you even brought the school situation to the internet when we came to an agreement back in January. So why is it July and we're bringing up school situations? I already agreed for them to go to public school. I already agreed with you. So what is the issue? You damn right I told you to give up the rights to your kids. Because guess what? Guess who always has them when you're not around? I do. I have my kids. You want to sit up there and call me a bad mom, but guess who's always there when you're not able to watch them, when you're always out of town? I'm here to watch my kids since I'm such a bad mom. Since I've programmed my kids. I don't have to program my kids to do anything. They visually see everything through their own eyes. I don't have to tell them nothing at all. I'm gonna sit there and act like I text your ass every day. What would be the reason for me to text you? What do I need you for? What do I even ask you for? I don't ask you for anything. Not money, not help, not anything. So let's get that straight. I don't ask you for nothing. Is that why you really mad? Is you mad that I'm not a begging ass baby mama? Let's be for real. You want to sit up here and you want to bash me for every little freaking thing, every little scratch, every little bruise, every little thing that happened to the kids. But guaranteed I got a long list of shit that had happened on your watch, on your time, that I don't even come to the internet with. Because what is the internet gonna do? I'm not asking for y'all opinions. I'm not asking for y'all advice. I don't come on here and play victim. I don't do any of that. I don't get on the internet. I don't bad talk him unless he sit up here and he got something to say about me or my kids. But y'all sit up here and y'all praise this fucking bully. You gonna sit up there and lie and make it seem like my kids run and tell your business. Bitch ass nigga, you run and tell your business to your fucking self. Every little thing that they do wrong, every little thing that they don't do, or if you have a problem with them, you're always on my line asking me to do something about it. Just recently, you sent me this video.
When are you guys going to listen to me and go to sleep? What? You don't have to. All them popsicles and snacks, I keep begging y'all to stop and eat your dinner. You won't eat your dinner, but you're trying to sneak snacks and arguing over a video game. I keep telling you guys it's 1 a.m. I'm going to tell your mom she has to take you guys back. I can't keep doing this every single day. All day it's just been about y'all. I give y'all everything and you don't want anything until I'm trying to go to sleep. I didn't go on live not once. And you're still doing the same stuff. You're not supposed to eat candy, snacks, and popsicles. You're supposed to eat broccoli, Alfredo, and noodles that I gave you. Get the game out the bed. I just washed these sheets and you got popsicle juice all over it.
What do you want me to do? What exactly do you want me to do? I can control my kids on my time. I can control my kids in my presence. I can do all that on my own. I don't need your help. I don't call and tell you that the kids won't go to sleep. The kids won't eat. But you're constantly calling me with every little issue that you have. Every little issue. But I don't sit up here and I don't play victim, and I don't sit up here and I don't say anything to the fucking internet. But when it comes to you, bitch, you just run your mouth like a fucking faucet. And I'm tired of sparing your down low on a creek ass, tender booty ass bitch. Yes, I said you sit up there and you spend more time on TikTok than you do with your kids. And it's fucking true. The truth hurts, right? Just remember, the same energy that you give me on this internet is the same energy that I give through you on this phone. Nigga, don't sit on the phone and act like you want to be kudos and we co-parent behind closed doors when on the internet all you do is talk shit about me. So when you get on my line, I'm going to keep that same energy. The same energy you have for me online is the same energy I'm going to have for you on that phone. At this point, your content is conjuring up loogies and slacks. That's your entertainment. So stop trying to beef with me, because I don't want to beef with you. Find a new lane. The baby mama drama content storyline is getting fucking old. It's getting really, really old. This is not 2015 anymore. It's getting played out, and I'm just so tired of it. Like, this has to be the worst. Like, this has to be the worst beef on YouTube's history. Like, 5 years of beefing is sad. Like I said, it's so many things that I can come up here and bash you about, but I don't. I'm not here to play victim. I'm not here looking for sympathy. I'm not here to do anything. I'm just here to take care of my kids and do what I have to do. Every single day, y'all let that nigga play in y'all face. Every single day. He do shit in 4K and he make y'all seem like y'all delusional, like it never even fucking happened. Like, I'm just so tired of it, guys. But y'all want to say that I'm not co-parenting. When have I even got on here and even said anything about this man not even doing anything? I have not even made a video about this nigga. Not one. But this nigga continues to bring me up. But then y'all want to sit up here and y'all want to get mad at me when I open up my mouth. When I want to say something. Tell that bitch to shut the fuck up. Tell that down low, tender boo. But y'all get mad at me when I got something to say. When I want to speak up. Why don't you keep that same energy for him? Why don't y'all tell him to get over it? Why don't y'all tell him to be quiet? Why don't y'all tell him he's bitter? Why don't y'all tell him these things? Because, baby, I'm far from bitter. I'm far from hurt. I'm far from everything this nigga says that I am. And y'all just... Bruh.
Y'all was having on the same shoes, and I didn't like that, so I bought y'all a lot of more shoes. Here. Technical difficulties. Good job. Wait, boy, can you listen? All right, there, you get this shoe because you are so clean and neat, and you're supposed to always be clean and neat and perfect and white, like the white Air Force One.
Daddy,
all right, that's why you get that shoe.
Daddy, that one get dirty.
No, it's not. It's gonna get dirty if your mom touches it. But when I touch shoes, don't they get clean, CJ? Yeah. I'm the clean guy, okay? Cleanliness is next to godliness. Here you go, CJ.
I wish I could have this shoe.
You wish you could have these shoes? Well, you know what? Your wish is my command. He wants to have these.
The big brand new shoes.
You know I gotta keep Dan with some of them. That's her favorite shoe.
I like
Look at these Travis Scott, CJ. Travis Scott. These are these Travis Scott, CJ. Travis Scott. They went to Houston again. Oh my God. If that's the only place they can go on vacation, Houston, every time they only go to Houston. Like, y'all might as well pack it up and move to Houston, bro. Go ahead and move in with my old best friend. Go ahead and do that. Move in with Bacon, KK, and them. That's your best option, because living in your mama's 2-bedroom apartment ain't really looking too good. CJ and Dad be coming over here telling me that they don't got their own room and they don't got their own this and they own that. It's very embarrassing that you would even want to go against me in court. You should have just gave me the kids, technically. If you was a real mother, if you really loved your kids, you would have gave them to me and allowed me to give you visitation. Supervised visitation. Wear the same clothes every single day, not keeping their hair done while they're over there. It's just Nation and Leon and Jalea hitting on my kids, and they're literally scared to go home. I say things like, don't you miss your brother and sisters? No, they be hitting on me, Dad, it hurts. What the heck?
Hey, you want some water? Get some water there, good girl, okay? I know, CJ, but it's not my turn, okay? No, I have to go to court and fight for my other turns, okay?
Take us back.
Yes.
Daddy gonna take us there.
I'm gonna take you to court and I'm gonna win, okay? I'm gonna see you next week, okay? Please, guys. Stop, CJ. Move your arm, bro. CJ, I love you, Jay. I love you, CJ.
So,
my dad don't take care of me.
there. But, guys.
In Royalty's house, everybody get free will. They can do whatever they're not supposed to do. And that's not good. Look at Carnation running around the mall, getting kicked out, looking like a stud, with Jalea, big sis, following right behind. Jalea, you're 18. You should know better. But instead, you were raised by royalty, which means you have no idea what acting like in public is supposed to look like. Now, ever since I left, they all been doing the same thing, crashing out, going down the wrong road. But everybody on her side. Leave him alone. You're obsessed. Stop messing with those kids. Shut the fuck up. Next time she didn't respond or read it, I said, bro, I need my kids today. I wanted them back then when I was supposed to have them on Thursday, but that was Sunday and you promised I would have them. Where y'all at? There's no signs of you being back. I know you can't afford the flights, so why did you even leave in the first place? Are you really technically kidnapping my kids? What is the deal, bro? If it wasn't for her firing her cameraman and then claiming that he was sexually assaulting Jalea, then we wouldn't even have this tea. That is the truth about royalty. When she can't have her way, she's going to lie on you. That's what most women that have no brain do. That's why I don't want to live overseas in the Middle East, because apparently the police believe that women, no matter if they tell them the truth, no matter if they have evidence or not, and royalty would thrive over there. She would just be like, he touched her, he touched her, he touched her. All she do, bro, is just lie, 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 lie. He did this, he did that. How the hell he doing all this when he was the one recording all the videos? That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. I'm the one that was recording all the videos, so how was I doing any of this? Wouldn't they have just went on live and said, he did this years ago? Why do they always go to that lie? That's the worst lie in the world, and that's the only lie they stick to every single time. And anybody that ever believe royalty, you're going to hell with.
I just won my kids. I literally just want custody of my kids forever. I could be in their life. I'm going to their graduation. I'm going to their prom, their May dance, their senior dinner dance. I'm going to all of it, right? I'm there. I'm stuck in their life. That right there alone makes me rich. I got my oldest child living with me permanently. I got my twins every other week permanently. I'm winning. What does money have to do with anything? No, I don't make the same amount of money I used to make. That's obvious. I used to get millions and millions of views a video. Now I don't. That's obvious. But me not making what I used to make does not make me broke. Me, let me tell you something. I've been broke before. Let me tell you guys what broke looks like. Broke looks like living with your friends, sleeping on the floor in a one-bedroom apartment, using food stamps to survive, and begging females to pay your phone bill, put gas in your car. That's what broke looks like to me. I mean, unless I'm missing something, because living in a mansion, jewelry, Lamborghinis, hair done, feet, hands done, belly full. How the heck does that make someone broke? I'm confused. I don't have a 9 to 5. You have never seen me get up and go to work, not once, and I've been on camera for 10 years.